Hi, Terraforma. I want to give you guys a quick update. Right now, we're preparing to do, again, what we do best as a church. We're preparing not to gather on Sunday, but to go out and scatter and serve our community in love. We've done this every single fifth Sunday as long as we've existed as a church, and it's something that we should feel a great amount of pride about because it's an incredible way that we join with Jesus. This is all about fulfilling this mandate to bring heaven to earth. Jesus taught us to pray, "Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven." And so we're going to do that. We're going to scatter out our people, and they bring with them not just their volunteer hours, not just their blood, sweat, and tears, but also a financial gift. And in addition to that, I want to tell you about something else that I find pretty exciting. When we were all disturbed about the news of the growing crisis in Afghanistan, people began to reach out to the church and ask us, what could we do? What is Terraforma's response going to look like to this? And so your elders gathered and they began to pray. And here's what we were praying for. Although we really do encourage and applaud these kind of grassroots efforts that are underway to address moments of crisis like this, we were looking for an organization that has a proven track record of working in this specific situation. We know that refugee resettlement is a very complicated thing. And we have a commitment as a church never to reinvent the wheel, but to try and figure out who's doing the most good and how can we come alongside them and amplify their impact and put wind in their sails. And so after some research, we've selected the Lutheran Social Services of the National Capital Area. This is an organization that's doing good. They're kind of leading the edge with welcoming and resettling Afghans right here in Northern Virginia. Listen, this is not just an issue that's on the other side of the world. This is an issue that's right here in our backyard. And I know this is an issue that is personally impactful for many people in our faith community. This is a personal issue for you. And you know, Jesus taught this beautiful parable of the Good Samaritan, where this person was walking down the road and they came across someone that had been brutalized and victimized and abandoned. And instead of walking along and trying to ignore the pain of it, they were able to move toward that need and show the rest of us what it looks like to love your neighbor as yourself. And so your elders began to pray, what would it look like for us to do this in a meaningful way? Listen, money is not always the best solution, but right now we think that's the best thing we can do. And so your church has decided to generously give a donation of $10,000 to the Lutheran Social Services of the National Capital Area. Guys, this is a big deal. And I want to tell you, this is not coming as maybe it has in the past out of our abundance. This has been an incredibly difficult season for us financially, and this is why we can do this. Even though this is a hard season for us, our budget is not what it normally is. We're under a period of financial stress as a church. We can give this because of the way that we save for this kind of moment. A portion of every single dollar that's donated here at Terraforma gets set aside for situations like this. We call it our Kingdom Fund. And this percentage builds slowly over time. So when something comes our way, when there's an opportunity, a God-sized question, we have the ability to give generously and powerfully toward these needs. And so this weekend, in addition to what we're sending out through Scatter and Serve in terms of volunteers and financial donations to all our partners, we're going to be able to give a big, generous gift to help in a meaningful way to address this crisis that's found its way into our backyard. Guys, you should be so proud of your church. This is an incredible thing that we get to be a part of, and you're a part of that story. Your generosity is a part of that story. I want to invite you to consider what would it look like for your family to engage in a similar practice? What would it look like for you to save so you can give in a big way? Not just for yourself and your future, but for the future opportunities that God might place in your path, for the future people, the future stories you might be invited to impact. What would it look like if just our little church, our little baby, struggling church here in Northern Virginia, all took seriously this mandate of heaven come to earth, of going to live out this neighbor love call of Jesus in tangible, practical, compassionate ways? I think it would be nothing short of remarkable if we could do that. That's what your church is doing. How can you help personally? One, you can help us by multiplying this donation. you can get behind it yourself, and we can give towards this. Two, there might be ways in the coming weeks, and we'll keep you posted as we hear about them, where you could actually scatter and serve. Some people I know are using Scatter and Serve Weekend to help where they have seen needs throughout our community because of this crisis. And man, I want to encourage you, I want to applaud you if that is your position. God bless you, church, and thank you for your generosity. Thank you for the way that you continuously give here at Terraforma. And thank you for being a part of this incredible story that we're writing together. This is a lot of fun.